life is a funny thing. There's no instruction manual. Nobody here to tell you how to do it. But there's no edits. There's no do-overs. And I guess that's really what makes it half the fun, isn't it?
Hi everybody! So it's been a couple of days and I have a bunch of videos that I need to upload. Colorado is finally thawing out from our Arctic weekend of just, I don't know what happened. -10. The coldest I saw in my truck was -12. And that is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how y'all Alaskans do it, Antarcticans, or where no, that was really miserable. The snow was really pretty though. I liked the snow, so big thumbs up for the snow. But so it's been a good week. It's been a while since I've had a really good week, but it's been a really positive week. I spoke with my new agency. I was able to kind of get some things ironed out. I spoke with HR as well about some concerns I had going through the academy. And it's really nice to know that I have a really big ally in HR, which I know what's required legally, but it's nice to know that HR's experience with the people that I'm going to be going to school with has been positive, like they know them personally. And so that's been really good. So we got that. I got some last minute guidance as far as what I need going into work. So I'm starting 2 weeks before the academy starts, which is fairly typical for this particular agency. Because there's a lot going on at this agency. So this is kind of how they cross-train you and make sure your benefits are in line before you go to the academy and all of this stuff. They want to make sure that all your health care is set up and ready to go, and make sure that your pay is straight and all of that stuff, so that when you go to the academy, you've already had a payday. You already know your pay is going to hit. You already know that your benefits are active, and so it reduces a lot of stress in an already super stressful situation. So that's super positive. I'm really looking forward to that. The academy kicks in 2 weeks, and I am absolutely excited. I cannot wait. It is going to be a challenging 15 weeks, which is a short class, but it's going to be a really good 15 weeks, and I'm really excited to be back in the schoolhouse environment. So really excited about that. I also have had a couple of really good dates this weekend, or I say this weekend, but my weekend. Within the last couple of days, I've had a couple of really good dates. One was a third date, and I wound up going to their house, and they made me dinner, and it was really sweet, and they wore a dress and got all made up and all pretty, and it was super sweet. I could tell that they put a lot of effort into it, and it was super appreciated. And we had so they found a recipe on TikTok that was tomatoes and some cheese, and then you do noodles, and then you do more cheese, and so it's this cool noodle tomato casserole thing. It felt very Italian. It was really, 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 really good. And we added some spinach to it, and yes, it was amazing. And so we got to sit and we got to talk for a little while, and I'm pretty excited about where that one's going. There's some things that need to be worked out. And then earlier this week, I got a message from a friend over a particular platform that need not be mentioned. But over a particular platform, they found me, and she sent me a message and was like, hey, so we started talking a little bit, reconnected, which was really great. I really missed her. And it turns out that there was some curious interest, enough that we had a date as well. We were able to talk, and apparently there's a lot of interest, and it definitely goes both ways, but I really felt like she was out of my league, and so I've never pursued anything with her. And so having, she approached me first, and I was like, oh, like, yeah, I've been like super curiously interested. I've been super curiously interested in you as well. And so I think we're going to kind of see where that goes. And that is super cool. That the second relationship hits a lot of, there's a lot of needs that I have that the second relationship gets, and how they approach, or how she approaches, caring for those needs is a little different than, the first person, which is totally cool, actually. So this is the first time that I've actually done something, been polyadventurous. I've decided that I'm going to adopt that term. I really like the term polyadventurous, because it's an adventure. So it's been really neat, though. Yes, the cops are behind you. I don't care that you're going under the speed limit. Just get out of the way. Anyway, so it's been really good for me to kind of introspect and, kind of work through some religious programming that I think happened as a kid. I was raised in a very Southern Baptist, very ultra right-wing conservative upbringing. And, the poly thing is something that is definitely frowned upon. Like really frowned upon in that community. And really a lot of like gender diversity and anything that is diverse outside of heteronormative relationships is scrutinized or shunned. And of course, on my personal journey, I've had to really work at kind of dispelling some of these things, especially with me coming to terms with the fact that like I'm intersex, and I've known about it, but I've had to hide myself for so long because I wanted to fit into this box so that I could get acceptance. And then, I find that true acceptance when I moved here to Colorado from the East Coast. So I found true acceptance, and then I get challenged even further because I've had a few friends and some family members who have found my Facebook, and I've kind of been like vetting them a little bit, being very selective on who I accept and all that stuff. Well, today I decided that I would let them vet and select themselves. So I have a very private Facebook page, and but today I went and I posted my coming out letter online, and I made it public so that when somebody sees me and they want to see who it is, or they're like, oh yeah, hey, is that whoever? The only post that they're going to be able to see is this coming out letter. And so basically at that point, I guess they can decide if they want to send me a friend request or not. But at least they've been informed. And it kind of takes a lot of the onus off of me, because like a lot of these people I don't have contact information for, and I'm not willing to sit there and just come out to everybody all, one at a time and all that stuff. Like I have things to do. I have a whole life to live. And so I'm really just not willing to spend the time to track everybody down. So the way that I figured that I would do it is, as they came to me, I would come out to them or whatever as I needed to. So that was kind of a big thing for me this week. I did that today. I've already had a couple of family members, cousins, who have hit me up on Facebook and hit me up on Messenger, and the outpouring of love and support that I've gotten from the family has been really cool. It's been really neat, especially from some that I didn't really expect. I've had a couple of friends who also found me that, again, I didn't expect for them to be as accepting as they were. I kind of got fussed at by one of them earlier for not coming out to them before I left North Carolina. So to anybody who may happen upon this video, you have no idea, right? The amount of pressure that may keep somebody from coming out to even close friends or family. And so I would kind of caution the reaction. And while I understand what the message was behind that interaction, it overshadows the interaction because in this case, when it comes to coming out and stuff like that, this is not your story to tell. It's not your story to tell. It's not an experience that, from our perspective, the ones who are going through it, it's not an experience that we can really share. Like, we're not on the same journey here. And it is rather crass to assume that one should come out to everybody immediately and definitely should have come out to you. I don't think that anyone that's in this position where it's like a big coming out or a big change or whatever, I don't think that anybody keeps it a secret on purpose. But the people that we do tell, are gonna be the most trusted and everything like that. We will get to everybody else, right? But we have to build a support system to start with. And then, like my case, I found out when I was 12, and then I knew something was different when I was 12 and going through puberty, and that's a video for another time. But it was confirmed back when I was in 2020. No, my God, I can't speak. 2004 is when it was confirmed to me. But I knew that and was advised that if I had done anything about it at the time when I found out, then I would have been discharged from the military. And, the military was my ticket out. So, imagine in 2004, it's 2024 now. So, you're talking about 20 years. 20 years I've known. And that's a really big thing to know. And have to repress. So it's like, I've known all along, but then I had to say, hey, you know what? Okay, I'm actually okay with this. And not only am I okay with this, but I'm willing to address it now. And that's a lot of what it is, right? So I had to create a support system, and I had to get myself established. I decided to go ahead and do my legal name change before I told anyone. And, why I did it that way is not important, but it's how I did it. It's how I felt like I needed to do it. So all that to say, if somebody from my family or my friends from back east, watch this, you weren't overlooked. It was not an oversight. It was an intentional protection method because I knew what I needed at the time, as I typically do, right? And I'm happy to engage with and discuss different things as time goes. It's certainly not something that I'm hiding. But it's my story, and this is one that I get to tell how I want. In a lot of ways, the only real way to put it is, this isn't about you. Yes, you may be affected by this, and I don't want to diminish that, but this isn't this is not a community event. This isn't one of those, it's not something that just needs to be discussed about how we do things or whatever. It's just how it is. And I am perfectly okay with that. I'm settled with that. I have a really great support system that has allowed me and encouraged me to tell my story. And I think it's important that I tell my story in the way that's most true to me, in a way that the way that I'm most prepared to discuss it. So, probably going to make some sort of a video about that in the very near future, because I think as people start to find me more, it'll be easier just to have a blanket YouTube that I can just be like, hey, here you go, here's Rory, hi, and all of that. I don't know what that looks like yet. Working on it. In the meantime, it's a great day to save lives. It's always a great day to save lives. I'm on shift. I'm actually not going to go save anybody's life. I'm just going to babysit somebody who can't make good decisions with his life. But anyway, that's what I'm up to tonight. Going to be a long 12-hour shift. I have not slept. I did eat. I've also not had any coffee. So we're going to rectify that as soon as I get inside there real quick, grab a cup of something. Anyway, I love you all. You're all valuable. Y'all have great worth in each other's lives and our lives. I'm glad that each and every one of you is here. I cherish my relationship with you all, and I hope you all have a fantastic night, or as best a fantastic night as you can, because I know sometimes it just sucks, but can't do anything about it. But I do hope you all have a fantastic night. And it is January 18th, 2024, and I am a survivor. Bye.